Breaking news, tragedy in Oregon. A gunman goes on a shooting rampage that leaves at least 13 dead and maybe 24 others hurt. President Obama says that these mass shootings have become routine, and anyone who does this has a sickness. We do know that mental illness plays a major role in this, as do other things like the breakdown in the family when someone kills someone else who may be otherwise sane. Let's talk a little bit real quick about the social media aspect of it all. I don't know if there was all kinds of scuttlebutt that's not confirmed yet, whether a tweet went out before this, but certainly it feels like in this day and age, particularly with this age group, social media drives behavior.
It does, and social media can influence people, and a lot of these young shooters, they're letting people know what they're going to do. They start talking about their plans, and people don't do anything. Because one report stated that someone tweeted, "Don't go to school on the northwest coast," which is particularly where this school is. So it's very scary that social media can reach so many people with bad intentions.
Rod, though, I mean, to a certain degree, at least from a law enforcement point of view, our hands are tied.
Right.
But at some point, and we've seen this also with other attacks in this country, how do we weigh that? How do we start to factor that in? Because it will save lives if we could.
Well, we do weigh that, and I can tell you firsthand, Charles, that the law enforcement authorities out there in that area, they're scouring through several social media websites right now because there was information from what some of my sources are telling me that came out last night that could have been a warning to this situation. So we have to continuously monitor that, and I can also tell you and the viewers that law enforcement agencies all across the country, we constantly monitor traffic and social media and things like that so that we can try to preempt some of these things if we can.
You know, Tammy, Dr. Rita Cavan, the interim president there, after the hasty press conference, said she feels awful, but she does not want to change the laws. To me, that's the exclamation point to this whole thing, and it tells me it's going to continue to happen because there are people who just, on their own principle, their own whatever they believe in, just somehow believe that arming people to protect themselves is wrong.
Look, we all want this to stop, and we've got to have conversations about the real reasons why this is happening. And yet you have an indoctrination, a political indoctrination of people that keeps us from being able to have that conversation and allows this to continue to happen. It is a shame, and as conservatives and as Americans in general, I mean, this really transcends politics. We've got to be vocal and say enough is enough when we see this kind of indoctrination affect people like that woman. She's a doctor. She was doing well with, in a horrible international event. And yet she really, it's a confession, if you will, about how deeply indoctrinated people are in this situation.
I think she just had very limited media experience, and she made some bad statements.
But she spoke from the heart.
This is a big show.
But she spoke from the heart.
She spoke from the heart. She spoke from the heart. And even though this happened right in front of her face, she's willing to live with it. And she thinks it's an anomaly, and we know that it's not. President Obama just said as much.